Hey guys, welcome to Kitaholic Kits YouTube channel. It's Corrine here today, and I've got a traveller's notebook layout for you with December's kit. We're about to receive January's kit in the mail, maybe today. I don't know, I can't remember. It's either today or tomorrow. Pretty excited either way. I'm nearly over this kit. Still got a little bit left of it, but yeah, I'm kind of getting tired with working with it. I've done, I don't know, 12 pages I think of Project Life, and a couple of 12 by 12s, a couple of traveller's notebook layouts and stuff. You know how you just get bored, want to move on to the next kit. So I'm excited that's coming. Can't wait to get stuck into that. Try the new watercolours out because I've never tried the Nuvo ones before. I have a good collection of watercolours, but I haven't really tried Nuvo stuff much in the past, so that would be interesting to try out. Anyway, back to this layout. As you can see, I just grabbed a photo of Heidi, my daughter, and her dad. This photo was taken when we were in Townsville visiting family, and yeah, it's one that I really like. They're both smiling exactly the same. It's pretty cute. But anyway, I'm just making this layout with scraps that I had in the bottom of my really useful container that I store my kit in. Didn't need to cut anything really, it was all just offcuts, scraps. I don't know why I hoard them and hold on to them. I could just throw them out. There's so much paper that I have left over still anyway. But anyway, whatever. I guess it just makes a quick and easy layout. So as you can see, I'm just putting up a few layers together on it. And I don't really waste any of these scraps on this layout. I'm just going to use my punch because I felt like it needed a little bit of a different edge to add a bit of interest and fluff. I think that's an EK Success punch. I don't know. There's this one sitting on the shelf close by. Couldn't be bothered digging through stuff, so that's one that I go to quite often. Out of laziness more than fave. But anyway, I decided to put that on the other side. I didn't cut much out of this layout. It only took me about half an hour, a little bit extra because the kids are on school holidays still, and they need to call me away from my desk every 5 minutes to get them food or something else. You know what it's like with kids. Getting a sneaky peek there of a layout I did the other day with November's kits, because I'm still part way through killing them as well, so I've been chopping and changing between these two kits depending on what I felt like working with, purely because then I don't get as bored, and I can't afford to be storing leftover bits and pieces of kits, so I'd like to try and kill them as much as I can before moving on. Sorry I didn't cut that out. My daughter's cracking up because she wanted Moana on the iPad, and Moana isn't on Stan or Netflix anymore, so we had to settle for Coco or something. So anyway, back to this layout. So now I'm just making another border with that pink paper. Sorry, that rattles the camera a bit, makes it a bit jumpy. Anyway, back to this. So yes, I don't even remember what I was saying. That's the problem with these crazy voiceovers that you get from me. Sorry, my voice is still a bit funny. I'm still stuck with this cold. It's driving me insane. It is on the way out, but my voice is still all nasally and croaky and all over the place. So you won't have to deal with that much longer, I hope. It's a little bit frustrating. I still can't sniff. I still can't smell anything. I still can't taste any of the food and drinks that I I have. It's getting really annoying. It was especially annoying over Christmas because you can't enjoy all the yummy Christmas food. But, oh well, that's the price you have to pay, I suppose. I've used a bit of white tissue paper to back the photos, just to add a bit of softness. And because I've got 3 or 4 layers behind the photo, I just wanted something to make it stand off all of those different joins in the paper. I know that probably sounds a bit weird, but that's, I don't know, it makes sense to me when I look at it. I'm using these chipboard squares. I had no idea what I was going to use them for, and I thought I'd just try them on here, and they look alright, so I left them. I don't like to add too much bulk to my traveller's notebook, but I'm not opposed to it either. They're not too thick, so it's not too bad. But I probably could have pulled the pattern off the front and left the chipboard off, but oh well. I'd already stuck it down and I couldn't be bothered taking it off. So I used the other one on the other side because, you know, the rule of thirds again. I don't use many flowers or florally things on this layout, just this one which I cut in half, and I kind of regret it a little bit. I think I put it too far under, and then I put a bow on top later and it kind of covers it up a little bit too much. But oh well, them's the breaks. That's where it stays anyway. So, oh yes, I fiddle around for a little while trying to find a place for this one, then it decides to go on the other side anyway. Sorry about that. But I do fiddle for a while with it. Sometimes it takes a little while for my brain to go, oh yeah, duh, and sort it out. So there it is, snapping back into place, and realising that it needs to be on the other side as well. So anyway, I try to find some leaves and stuff, and I decide against it. I really like this butterfly there, but I couldn't put the blue butterfly on the other side because there was too much blue going on already where I wanted it to sit. The butterfly didn't stand out enough from that blue square, so I have to put the blue one up there, which is a little bit too big for my liking, but it's fine in the end. And I have to put the yellow one down. Yellow. It's purple, Corrine. So I have to put the purple butterfly down on the other one, and I just put on a little bit of foam because, you know, even though I don't really want dimension, you gotta pop the butterfly's wings up a little bit. So I'm just doing that. Honestly, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. I kind of just go with it, and I don't know, I kind of wish I didn't stick this bow here. It just covers up too much of the flower, but it looks alright, so whatever, you live and you learn, I suppose. The layout still looks fine with it, but probably could have done without. Anyway, so now I'm just doing the other butterfly. I glue in the center and then I pop the wings up with some foam. So I'm using this Kaiser book now, and I'm just finding a couple of phrases. One says days like these, and the other one says I love you, which I will put on in a minute. I don't know if I love them where I've put them. Sometimes I find they can be a bit blocky, and with the layers that I've got already, because it's rectangle, square, it's a bit blocky, but it looks alright, so I just left it, and I figured I don't have to love everything, don't have to love every layout. So I'm going through some past letters from the kits, from past kits, and I tried to use the foam thickers from this kit, the Paige Evans ones, but they were just added too much bulk. So I went through the past ones and I found these little puffy, and they aren't too bad, like they don't add too much. And this is my cheat way of making sure they stick. I just put some glue in there, and then I just dip the backs in with my tweezers and stick them down. just helps guarantee that they won't come off the page as such. And the reason I named this layout what I did is because I wanted to use the ampersands that were on this chipboard sheet. Sometimes that's what you have to do, especially me. I am determined to kill as much in the kit as I can by actually using it and not getting rid of it if it doesn't suit me or whatever. So I try to force myself to find a creative way to use something that I wouldn't normally use, or whatever else. So I named it Daddy and Heidi, and I realised when I was halfway through spelling Heidi that I'd used all the blue D's. No, sorry. I'd used all the yellow D's with Daddy because there's 3. So I was going to use the blue, and then I didn't have any E's, and so it ended up using the blue D for Heidi, and then to make it match I used a blue A for Daddy. So I will go back and tear that up in a minute so you can see what I mean. Came off pretty easily, it was alright. So and it looks like it's meant to be now, instead of I run out of something. Then I found these puffy hearts from a previous kit, and I thought I'd use some up of them too. So I just put them down, and I go with the rule of thirds, of course, and I just put 3 on the layout, which you will see. I also decide that it needs a bit of a, I suppose, a doodly border. It's just a black border that I do around the outside. Looks a bit rough, but it's not doodly as such. But yes, that seems to be all the rage at the moment. Sometimes it just helps contain something to the page, so it doesn't look like it's falling off. So I'll do that now, and yes, that will be it. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Can't wait to dive into January's kits, and I hope you like them too. Leave us some feedback. I'll see you soon. Bye.